Hello everyone, it's Tim and
Mary.
And we are in Nashville, Tennessee.
Music City, USA.
And we have a nice backdrop. I think it's perfect with the sky. Can you see it behind me?
Yeah. There's the building they call on the right. They call the Batman building. It's really just the AT&T building.
Now I know I haven't done a video for a long time. This is we're still going to go to Nashville record stores, but these are from Springfield, Missouri, where Mary's parents live right outside of. And this is a record store called Stick It In Your Ear. And I have to say it's one of my favorite record experiences because it's a great store in a town where you don't really feel like there's much going on in the city there, right?
Right.
So, overall, like, great stuff. The prices were really, really good, and they had cassettes to choose from, records to choose from. I was really excited about that, and the prices were really reasonable. And I already said that. And then the guy who was there, his name was Corey, was a really, really cool guy. I just had a really great overall experience. So I'll show the tapes first, okay?
Yep.
So I got the Beatles Revolver on the cassette here, and I don't know exactly when this one was done, but it's repressing. But I got that, and I'll show the last one. The last one you're going to see, I was really upset about last night because I was like, oh my God, Mary, the case got a little bit cracked in the car, and I was like so nervous and scared about it because it was my favorite cassette, and Mary just switched the cassette. Yeah.
I'm a genius.
She's a genius. This is the one Janet album I really like that I listened to. It's Janet, not that I don't like her, but and also the prices, just so you have an idea, like $3.99. Janet, the Velvet Rope was $5.99.
Very cool. We listened to that on our way to Nashville.
Yeah, it's a lot of cool mixes of stuff. I like it. Bowie's Pinups for $4.99, and this is kind of cool because this is a repressing with extra. It's digitally remastered, has 2 rare bonus tracks, and it has really cool photos inside. And Pinups is, I'm trying to get into more Bowie all the time. This is on it's Ryko. Ryko's one to put out. And Pinups is like a covers album of his. And what I really think is cool is that the bonus track has a song called Growing Up from the very first Bruce Springsteen album. And I'm excited to hear David Bowie do a Springsteen song. And then the one I was so excited about, I never listened to this is Joni Mitchell's Mingus.
I'm excited to listen to that on the way back to North Carolina.
It's funny for you. I think Mary might be surprised because it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit out there. So
really?
Yeah. She gets more and more out there. This is near the end of like her string of albums people talk about, but it's very out there. But I thought it was really cool just for a collector side of things. It's really cool. You know, it's an orange cassette tape, which is cool, and it's also a German pressing. So I don't know if you can actually get that or not.
What am I getting?
Over here, it'll say it's made in Germany from Asylum. I don't know if you can
I
get
got
it or
it.
not.
I got it.
It's 1979. So yeah, this is like cool. This is just a really cool thing to have. Small things. People who are like collecting cassettes in our community understand it. And here are the vinyls. We got some really cool stuff. I spent probably a couple hours in there, probably, right, Mary?
Yeah.
And after an hour, Mary went to a really cool coffee house called the Mud House. So I have 2 records of this guy, a record and a CD of this guy, and I've been literally enjoying him. So I'm trying to stick with one jazz guy and pick more things up. And this guy is George Duke, and this is an album called Master of the Game. I really like him a lot. This is from 1979, and it has, here's a picture of him on the back with his little piano machine. This was only $6.
Wow.
So I want to tell the prices because I think this is really great stuff for the prices. This one I'm really interested in. This is I think we never looked up what a Vibraharp was. I don't know if I know, but I probably will when I see it. But I was really intrigued by the cover.
I think they actually had one at the Country Music Hall of Fame we just went to.
Oh, went to the Country Music Hall of Fame.
They had one on display.
Milt Jackson, Plenty Plenty Soul, and it's a really nice what's that called again? The fine finish on the matte finish.
Matte.
Really pretty. Love the cover of the record. Like I would hang this up on the wall. Nice write up. I haven't read it all. Only $6, and it's on Atlantic, a label I never saw. It's mono, which I know Chris from Dixieland Farms likes that. It's Atlantic Jazz Lore. So the Atlantic label that we all know is in the middle, and Jazz Lore is something I haven't seen. So it's a different type of Atlantic label. All these are in really great shape. They really are. So that's really good too. This one, I thought this looked really interesting. This was $9.99. rough edges from a man named Ben E. King, and it said 1970 rare. The guy who owned the record store, by the way, we didn't get to meet him, but the guy, Corey, told us about him. He said you should come back and see him. His name is Wes, and supposedly he's a really cool guy. The story's been around for 20 plus years, and he put a lot of cool notes up here, and you can tell that he really took time and like what, you know, to tell people what they were getting. So this is on a label this is on Maxwell Stereo, and well, there's an interesting. There's a cover of "Come Together" from the Beatles on here.
Yeah.
I think another cover is "Little Green Apples." He does I think he does different people's songs. He does "Lady Lay" from Bob Dylan. He does "Don't Let Me Down" from Bob Dylan, Paul McCartney. "Tonight I'll Be Staying With You." I feel like from what I see, I feel like it would be like maybe soulful covers of these types of songs that we hear, that we know. These are two I'm most excited about. First one, I can't really tell you too much, except there's 3 reviews on Amazon, and they all say really cool things. I was really intrigued by this cover. The woman's name is Ursula Dudziak, and the album is called Future Talk. And it looks really, really cool. The cover is fantastic. And it's on a record label called Inner City that's from New York. And the year, which I don't see, but I can find if I open it, but I'm not going to go through all the opening, so I can't tell you. It says here, the guy wrote, I don't know what the first word is, but then he wrote Jazz, Funk, and Fusion. He wrote 1979, and he wrote samples with exclamation points. So I guess he thought this would be great for people who wanted to use samples for
owner thought it'd be good for
stuff like that.
That's awesome.
And it's a promotional copy. This is the backside, but the review said, one reviewer on Amazon, this was $9.99, $10. One reviewer said something on Amazon that was really cool about saying how like he was blown away because the woman does so much with her voice and has like hummings and whispers and screams and growls, and supposedly she does so much with her voice and it turns into its own instrument. And I mean, I'm just super excited about hearing it. So I have a feeling this will be really, really cool. Really excited.
Listen.
And then this is the last one I'm really excited about. I've been getting into, I like Grateful Dead, but I only have one studio album before, which is Wake of the Flood. This is Blues for Allah. And I've been super excited to get this. And from what I remember, Zach in the vinyl community mentioned when I posted my first record, Wake of the Flood, that he thinks this one is another one that's very underrated. And I've been listening to 1 or 2 Grateful Dead shows from 1975 when they only played 4 shows total because they took a hiatus and they wanted to work on studio stuff. And this is the record they were working on. So there is like a 25, 27-minute version of the Blues for Allah song. And on here it's only like 3 minutes. And I was really intrigued by it, so I'm excited to get this. And I didn't have to open it up, but it's in perfect shape. And I only paid $16.99. And for an original copy of a Grateful Dead album like this for $16 to $17, I think it's a really great deal.
Sounds good.
So I'm really excited about that. And then last but not least, this is where it was another cool experience. Mary, this album that Mary wanted to get before she left for the coffee shop.
Okay.
Was an album of a guy that she knows a few songs of, another guy I know that I need to know a lot more about, but a lot of people know him. Everyone knows him in this who's watching this video. And it's a reissue, so it's like $30. And I brought him all this stuff used, and I said to him, he told me earlier, because I'm buying a lot of stuff, that maybe he would give me a deal. So I'm picking this stuff up, and he gives me a subtotal of like $75 and change. And I'm like, well, I was thinking more like, can you do all this stuff in this album for $90? Because I really want to like get this for my fiance because she wanted to surprise her. And he was like, oh yeah, we can work that out. And I was already super grateful. And then when he charged me, he was like, okay, your total is $85 and change. So basically, I got all this stuff, and he charged me only $10 for this, which is really, really amazing. So this is a $30 record here. It's a reissued copy of Nick Drake's Pink Moon.
It was a great surprise for me.
And it's a great surprise for me, and I'm excited because I really this is one of the albums I never got to spend time on ever. I never gave the time, and I want to get into it. Mary does too. And like I said, we pretty much got this for $10, and I just couldn't believe it. I think he just knew that I might not. He knew we were visiting. I said we might not be here for another. I might not be here for another couple of years. And we were coming and visiting, and he was just a super nice guy. I think he just wanted to hook it up. So.
I joke because Tim likes the hip hop artist Drake, and so I joke that this is my Drake. So it is his Drake and my Drake. Tim, tell us about what you're drinking right there.
So this is
it has a cool background.
Yeah, it's a beer called Dark Horse Brewing Company in Marshall, Michigan. and it's called Scotty Karate Scotch Ale. And basically, the beer company said that there's a long story in the beer box. They say that it's also 9.75 alcohol volume, so it's really good. It's only $7. It's unbelievable for a price. So basically, they said that they were at a music festival. They were at a music festival, and this guy Scotty Karate was like a one-man band, and he kept playing music all day at their booth. And everyone saw the sign for Scotty Karate, and they all thought that it was a drink, not the beer, not the guy playing. So all day became a thing where they were like, "Can I get that Scotty hot? Can I get that Scotty Karate?" And they also thought it was Scotch Ale or something like that. So basically, they all sat down at the campfire at the music festival and thought it'd be a great idea. And they put the idea together, and so they made something called the Scotty Karate Scotch Ale. And it's really good. I can't believe how cheap it was for that.
What's it taste like? I mean, does it have scotch in it, or what?
I don't know what makes a Scotch Ale, but basically I was talking to a guy since I don't do it that much, and some guy told me that basically... Oh, and the guy who did this painting is from Austin, which I can kind of feel like it looks like would be like an Austin guy.
Yeah, definitely.
The artist, yeah. So it's smoother than an IPA, and I thought it would be like maybe hoppy, but it's not hoppy. I don't know. Mary likes it, and she doesn't like IPAs.
I usually don't.
It's so hoppy, so maybe she doesn't mind
have
the higher alcohol volume. She probably doesn't like hops.
It doesn't have the same bitter taste. Yeah, I don't care for the bitter taste.
So, George Duke, Milt Jackson, Benny King, Ursula, The Dead.
Nick
Drake started from the bottom. Now we here.
That's the other Drake.
The Beatles. Janet. Bowie. Joni.
Nice.
In Orange from Germany. And that's our video for now. So we're gonna go to Nashville. So we're doing the Missouri purchases.
We'll have to do a Nashville haul.
Purchases in Nashville. So we're probably gonna
go
drive back to Springfield with our Nashville pickups.
We're gonna go check out Grimey's and Third Man Records. Hopefully.
Third Man Records, which I didn't realize till today, and we just saw we had an amazing time. Do we have time to talk about this stuff? Should we just?
Well, can I give them a quick glance of the view?
You can give them a quick. Oh, actually, let me. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Hey everyone.
Hi.
Tim, show them the view real quick.
I thought they saw the view from behind me.
No, you couldn't see everything. I want to point out some things.
Okay, you point out. I'm right here. I'm watching you.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead.
So we're above
we don't have much time,
the Country Music Hall of Fame, and we just walked through that today. It's pretty amazing if you want to stop in and see it. And as part of the tour, we are actually able to take a bus over to the original RCA Studio B, which is known as the home of 1,000 hits, and that's where Elvis recorded many of his big hits, as well as like many other famous people.
And those lights down there is Broadway.
All the rest, yeah. If you see the lights in the distance running parallel, that's Broadway Street. Live music any night of the week in several joints. You can just walk right in, no cover. And then we also, off in the distance behind this Hilton Hotel in front of you, is the historic Ryman Auditorium, which every famous, country music artist and others have played. It was Johnny Cash was a regular there. And then here we have the Bridgestone Arena, where the Predator hockey team plays.
And where are we staying?
We are at the Omni in Nashville, which is like the newest hotel in Nashville, and it is amazing. I mean, look at this view. We have like 3 walls of amazing views, floor to ceiling.
Okay, wrap it up.
All right, wrapping it up.
Wrap it up.
We'll update you after we do our record haul.
Say bye.